Sabbath School Lesson 1, Paul's Letters to the Corinthians, Thursday, July 2nd, 2026, Q3 2026, Preaching the Gospel in a Multicultural World. All verses are in NKJV. Memory text. One night the Lord said to Paul in a vision, "Do not be afraid, but speak and do not be silent, for I am with you, and no one will lay a hand on you to harm you, for there are many in this city who are my people." Acts 18:9-10, NRSV. Q1. Why did Paul write to the Corinthians? Because the church was in trouble, and he loved them too much to say nothing. While in Ephesus, Chloe's household brought him a disturbing report: factionalism, sexual immorality, believers dragging each other to court. The church was fractured and immature. For it has been declared to me concerning you, my brethren, by those of Chloe's household, that there are contentions among you. Nelam, 1 Corinthians 1:11. Paul did not ignore the report. He wrote directly, lovingly, without compromise. Q2. What problems was Paul addressing? Two categories. Chapters 1 to 6 tackle the problems reported by Chloe's people: divisions, sexual immorality, lawsuits, prostitution. From chapter 7 onward, Paul answers a written list of questions from the Corinthians themselves on marriage, divorce, celibacy, food sacrificed to idols, worship conduct, spiritual gifts, and a dangerous misunderstanding of the resurrection. This was not a church with minor struggles, yet Paul did not abandon them. He wrote, Q3. How relevant are these letters today? Entirely. Factionalism, immorality, competition for power, shallow theology. These are alive in congregations today. Ellen White was clear. It is one of the richest, most instructive, most powerful of all his letters. Ellen G. White, The Acts of the Apostles, p. 301. If your church has problems, and every church does, the Corinthian letters are written for you. Q4. How many letters did Paul write to the Corinthians? Possibly 3 or 4. Only 2 survive. Before 1 Corinthians, there was an earlier lost letter. Between the 2 surviving letters came the severe letter, written in anguish, also lost. Paul was in persistent, costly communication with this difficult church. He wrote and kept writing. Q5. What cultural forces were pulling the church off course? The surrounding culture valued competition, power, and wealth, and these values crept into the congregation. Paul's countermove was deliberate. He worked to build a Christ-focused culture, a way of seeing everything through the lens of the gospel, not the lens of society. That same battle is ours today. Q6. What does 2 Corinthians 2:4 reveal about Paul's heart? That these letters were not cold memos. They came from a heart breaking with love. For out of much affliction and anguish of heart I wrote to you, with many tears, not that you should be grieved, but that you might know the love which I have so abundantly for you. 2 Corinthians 2:4. Tears, not duty. How much love do we carry for the difficult people in our own churches? Paul's love for Corinth should challenge us all. Key takeaway: Paul wrote to a broken, immature, culturally compromised church from a heart full of love and tears. He refused to let culture define the church. He kept pointing them to Christ. That is still the call today. May the Lord be with you and keep you safe. Amen.